All the class 8 students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's high time that you complete your work and start revising your work and be ready for the unit test, the dates for which will be given very soon. In the last lecture, I had told you about the separation of liquid mixtures, different techniques that are involved, and when more than one technique is involved in separating the mixtures. Let's quickly revise. What are miscible liquids? These liquids are the ones which dissolve completely in each other and form a single layer. They mix with each other so well that they appear as one. For example, when you pour water in milk, then it appears as same as milk only, or when you pour alcohol in water, it is the same. Or if like sugar syrup like roux afza in water, they appear as miscible liquids. So liquids that do not completely dissolve in each other and they form separate layers are called immiscible liquids. For example, petrol and water, kerosene and water, mustard oil and water. Then how can we separate the two types of liquids? We can separate the miscible liquids through fractional distillation, and we can separate the immiscible liquids through the separating funnel. So this is the diagram of the separating this is the diagram of the fractional distillation. The same setup as we were using in distillation, only the difference is seen in the fractionating column. You can see that the vapors are visible over here. This particular part is not there in the simple distillation part. Is it clear? So this is the fractional distillation process, and it is based on the principle of the difference in the boiling points of the two liquids, which is generally less than 25 degrees Celsius. So here we have taken a mixture of ethanol and water and separated it. Next was the separating funnel. You can see this diagram of separating funnel, right? And we are using this to separate two immiscible liquids. We have taken water and kerosene in this, and the heavier liquid settles down. In this case it is water, and it is collected. You can see in the beaker. Then the stop cork is closed and the lighter liquid can be collected in the other container or another beaker. So this is based on the difference in the densities. Then the chromatography. What is chromatography? This is the process. Now you can see this picture of the paper chromatography, in which I have told you that in this technique we use two phases, that is the stationary phase and the mobile phase. So a strip of Whatman filter paper is taken. Over here you can see a rectangular strip is taken, and this is a specially designed filter paper, and this is immersed in a mixture or in a solvent, and this mobile phase travels to the stationary phase is the filter paper. So this mobile phase travels through stationary phase by capillary action, and a substance that is most soluble in solvent gets absorbed with high speed, and you can see that this particular mark or this particular color is absorbed at the highest rate and it is most soluble in that particular solvent. So this reaches the highest point. So different spots can be seen. You can see this, and that means it is a mixture of different types of substances which can be separated by this paper chromatography. Then the table 3.5. This table was used for the methods of separation of mixture, in which the type of mixture, then the methods of separation and where is it applicable, and the examples were given, followed by the separation of mixture by using more than one method I had told to you. Now let's come to the exercise given on page number 37. Now tick the correct option. Which of the following is not correctly written? Salt from seawater by evaporation, fine clay particles from sand by sedimentation, chalk powder from water by filtration, or both A and B. So salt water from seawater is correct, evaporation. Then fine clay particles from sand, it is not sedimentation, it is done by sieving. Is it clear? Chalk powder from water, filtration, this is also correct. So B is incorrect. Tick the correct option. So you can tick salt from seawater is evaporation. What is it? Yes, salt from seawater, chalk powder from water filtration, and both A and B. So only incorrect one is the fine clay particles from sand by sedimentation. It is done by sieving. The next is page number 38. Name the immiscible liquids are separated from the mixture by. The immiscible liquids are separated from the mixture by separating funnel, fractional distillation, evaporation, or chromatography. So what is it? Immiscible liquids, I have just told you, is separating funnel. This is the right answer. Then process of pouring, this question B, name the following. Process of pouring out a clear liquid from the vessel without disturbing the sediment. It is the process of, yes, decantation, right? I hope you have already done, so you must be knowing the spelling. Then the process in which chemical substances like alum is added to the mixture of solid and liquid to help the fine solid particles settle down faster is loading. Next is the process of separating insoluble solid particles from a solid mixture by passing through a filter is filtration. The process of separating a pure substance in the form of crystals from its hot saturated solution by cooling is, of course, crystallization. And the process of getting a pure liquid from a solution by evaporation and then condensation of the vapor is distillation. Is it clear? Then let's proceed on to the exercise on page number 39. Okay, class 8, question number 1. What are pure substances? Give 2 examples. The answer is on page number 24. You can see this answer. I have marked it as answer 1. The substances that contain same kind of particles, atoms, or molecules are called pure substances. And examples, any 2 examples you can take from here, like iron and copper, oxygen, nitrogen, lead, and compounds like water, sodium chloride, nitrogen dioxide, and so on. Any of the examples. Next question is define homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Give 2 examples of each. Then here you can see on page number 28 what of the answer is given here. That is homogeneous mixture, and for heterogeneous mixture you will write this, and the examples are given. That sugar dissolved in water to form, you can see the example. So any 2 examples you can give. Here also the same thing, you can give any 2 examples. This is answer number 2, short answers. Next is next question is, why do we need to separate the components of a mixture? So open page number 29. You have 2 points given on it. You write those 2 points. So these 2 points are answer number 3. Is it clear? This is answer 3. Next question number 4. What are the factors on which methods of separation of components of a mixture depend? So this you can see over here on the same page. The physical state of the component, the method used to separate the components of mixture depend on the following. Is the physical state of the component of the mixture, and then the difference in the physical properties of the components of the mixture. So you have these 2 points as answer number 4. Is it clear? Then the next question, describe the solvent, I beg your pardon, question number 5. How will you separate salt and camphor from their mixture? This is given on page number 30. The technique, you will name it as sublimation, and then you will explain the procedure of sublimation. It would be better if you draw the diagram where you write the answer for question number 5. Next is describe solvent extraction with an example. This is also given on page number 31. Is it clear? Next is, how is sedimentation and decantation different from filtration? So the answer is on page number 36. The next question, that is how is sedimentation and decantation different from filtration? So for this you will write that sedimentation and filtration are used where the solute impurities are heavier than the liquid, and for filtration you will use that the mixture has solid impurities which have particles of larger size. This is what you will write. That is given page number 36, table 3.5. Apart from this, the second difference is that sedimentation and decantation does not involve any filter, and filtration techniques involves a filter paper. So these two differences you will write. Next is, what is loading? Name a mixture that can be separated into its component by this method. Now this is given on page number 32, the definition of loading, and then that is the fine clay particles that are present in water can be separated by this method. You can write this. Then question number 9, how are miscible liquids different from immiscible liquids? Page number 34. That is, miscible liquids are the liquids which dissolve in each other and do not form separate layers, while miscible liquid, they do not dissolve in each other and they form separate layers. You can even give the examples I had just given when I was taking the revision. List the advantages of chromatography on page number 36 here. That is answer 10. Is it clear? Next is long answer question, differentiate between metals and non-metals. Now you can see this table on page number 25, table 3.1. Right? Now in these you can mention any 5 differences, the differences between the metals and the non-metals. Is it clear? And similarly, next is differentiate between compounds and mixture. 3.4 on page number 29. You can write any differences, any 4 differences between compounds and mixtures from this table. Then write the principles of separation by a separating funnel, hand picking, winnowing and sieving. Now the principles you can write, that is in hand picking, you make 2 columns, hand picking, and the name of the method, and next is the principle, name of the method, hand picking, then principles is difference in size, shape and color of the components of the mixture. Difference in size, shape and color of the components of the mixture. Number 2 technique, under the heading name of the method, write winnowing and principle involved difference in weights of the components. Difference in weights of the components of the mixture. Next method, sieving. Then difference in size of the components of the mixture. Difference in size of the components of the mixture. Then for separating funnel, difference in densities of the two liquids. Difference in densities of the two liquids. Then write an activity for separation of components of sand and water from the mixture. Now this is the activity for separation of water and sand from the mixture. This is answer 4 of long answer question. No need to do this in your copies. Is it clear? No need to do this in your copies. Then describe the principle and process of separating ethanol and water. For this again the process of fractional distillation will be written. The process is fractional distillation. The principle involved is the difference in the boiling points of less than 25 degrees Celsius. You can see this, right? Next is the process. You start from here. Mixture of water and ethanol can be separated by fractional distillation. Then you can continue over here and then with the last point where it is ending you have to write. It would be better that you draw the diagram along with this. I had already asked you to draw the corresponding diagrams, and for all the questions which are based on the various methods, it would be better you draw the diagrams along with the corresponding questions. Is it clear? Then describe the process of centrifugation and chromatography. Again, this is given on page number 33 for centrifugation, and chromatography on page number 36. Is it clear? So this is where you will, what you will write in chromatography till the end. Then for centrifugation it is given on page number 33. You will draw it along with the answer, draw the figure of chromatography and write both the procedures. Then next question, application or skill based questions. Let's discuss the application skill based questions. First question, draw a label diagram showing the process of separation of salt and water from the mixture by distillation. I have already told you to draw the diagram yesterday, so draw this diagram. Then question number 2, look at the given picture. You can see this picture of the washing machine, right? Which process is responsible for drying of clothes in it and how does it help? So please write the answer. First part, the name of the process is centrifugation. How does it help? This you will write. In centrifugation, the solution, in centrifugation, the solution in the wet clothes are simply spent very fast, and because of this the water comes out very easily and then the clothes are dried. Is it clear? So I am going to repeat the answer. The first part, which process is responsible? Centrifugation is responsible for drying of clothes in it, and it helps. How does it help? It helps by the process of centrifugation. The solution in wet clothes are simply spun very fast, and because of this the water comes out very easily and the clothes are dried. The next part, write its principle. What is the principle of centrifugation? The principle of centrifugation you have already studied. Yes. That is, it is the principle involved is separation of finely suspended particles by rotating at a very high speed. Then next is give another example of mixture that can be separated by using the same principle. It is the cream form milk can be separated by using centrifugation. Observe the picture and answer the following questions. So I don't need to tell you again and again the process of chromatography. Which color is more soluble in solvent? The one which is at the highest point, that is this, that is violet, is more soluble in solvent. Name the paper used in paper chromatography. That is Whatman filter paper. Whatman filter paper. Name any two industries where chromatography can be useful. It is pharmaceutical and chemical and food industry. Pharmaceutical and chemical and food industry. Any of the two you can write. Suman mixed kerosene oil with water by mistake. What type of mixture is formed? It forms a heterogeneous mixture. Suggest a method that can be used by Suman to separate the two. It is separating funnel. Then in more to do, the last question that is given in this page, this question you can see to show the separation of sand, water and mustard oil from the mixture. Copy this from here, that is sand and water and mustard oil. We have shake well and filter, and then when you filter you have two things, that is the residue and the filtrate, right? So sand is the residue and water and mustard oil are the filtrate. Then we use a separate, they are two immiscible liquids. It is a heterogeneous mixture of two immiscible liquids. Then we use separating funnel technique to separate out, and then we have the heavier liquid, that is water. We drain it out, and the mustard oil is the lighter one, and we can collect it later on another container. Is it clear? So I have completed the question and answers.